Welcome in, everybody. Backstage, smoking in the boys' room. Hope you're all having a beautiful afternoon. For the members, I've just put up the Keeper of the Swords. So if you'd like to go in and check out that workshop, it's either uploading now or it should be uploaded soon. Hope you're all having a good day. I don't know if you can hear me okay, but if you can't, we will be switching to mic, so just give me a couple minutes. Sky Viking, welcome in, honey. I see 4 people watching so far, jumping in. If you'd like to tap into today's collective message, it's a who's who. So we're going to look into the who's who deck and see who we're going to talk about today. Very well could be dealing with somebody that you're dealing with. It could be dealing with you. It could be dealing with somebody you used to know. Whatever the case may be, we're going to look at it. We're going to dive in a little deeper into the situation. Welcome in, Angel Rebel. Have you had your hug today? Come here. And just like magic, we're on set. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're all having a good day today. May all messages brought through today be protected by the divine light. May only the most beautiful messages made for us be brought through. Help us with closure, help us with clarity. Yeah, it's a robe. It was sitting in laundry there for a while. I needed to get that dealt with, and the laundry has been an absolute shit show, so. I've recently done a cleansing, a banishing. It's been a busy day. So I did put the Chinese, the karmic chicken portion of the deck in with the who's who, so they will be known as the special cards. So if they show up, it's something that you need to focus on. Just giving them a good shuffle. I read energy. So if the messages that are coming forward, they very well could might be triggering you. It very well could be something that you need to heal within yourself. It's something to reflect on. And this is good for any type of trigger coming up. If you are triggered by someone or something, maybe take a step back and ask yourself, why am I being triggered? What's the underlying issue as to the reason why I feel this way? And talk yourself through it. Work through it. Take the time out in your reflection to work through it. This is about being on an avenue of healing and being aware of your surroundings, being aware of your energy, not only the energy of other people, but the energy of yourself, right? Understanding it for what it is, energy. We are all natural antennas of energy. This is part of our being, of human beings. Without the intention of us and nature, what would it need to provide itself a place to be without purpose, right? Just us standing in our own energy, standing in our own power and our authenticity is a big part of humanity. It's a big part of who we are. It's a big part of not only how we show up, but how we are included and inclusive of others. Everybody's going through this with their own journey, right? All right. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please be here to provide the messages that we need with this Who's Who collective, getting the nitty-gritty, the closure that we need, the clarity that we need for the particular situations that we're dealing with right now. If you'd like to tap into the message, hit the like button. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe if you'd like to hear further messages. Yeah. Not all messages will resonate, so don't try to make it fit. You can switch the roles as you need them. However, if it doesn't fit for your story, it's probably not your story. So check in on another video on my site if you'd like to hear a different message. A good way to go about it is you pick a message or a video that kind of got you pulling to that message or to that video to click on, and don't be just totally disregard the time of the length of the video. You're not even required to watch the whole thing. It's about going in and resonating with a particular number and stopping that timer anywhere you need to within that message. Okay, there very well could be a message right then and there that I need to speak to you about that you might need to know. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and yeah, let's get into it. All right. Who's who? Who are we talking about today? Divinely guided, guarded, and protected. All right. Ooh, all right. It's fallen out of the deck. We got an Aries. High Priest. High Priestess. I'll take that one. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Alright. Who else are we talking about? Maintain your peace. Keep moving forward. Okay? Stay grounded. Choose your peace. And the ancestors are weeping at the state of the world. They are spinning in their graves and needing you to stop and listen before it's too late. And that represents there's a message there for you. You need to be in the stillness to hear the ancestors. Sometimes they are as quiet as the wind or a chirping bird. Alright, so there's a Mr. or Mrs. Destructo supervillain that doesn't want to do that anymore. Master Manifester. Close-minded muggle. Committed to making you look bad. Trying to devalue your chosen identity. And this is someone that it's kind of giving me, you can't make a hoe a housewife. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife kind of situation. But somebody's trying to play the sacred. Like, it's almost kind of giving doppelganger kind of vibes to it. And they're a closed-minded muggle. They're trying to make a joke. They're trying to make you look like a fraud. As if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Okay? This is getting interesting. Mr. or Mrs. Midas touch. And a caring Karen. Paranoid penguin. Smiling to your face, laughing behind your back. S'mores galore, the ultimate bridge burner. Alright, that's more than enough to dig into. Let's look into the Voice of Souls. I'm gonna sweep these up right here. Gonna organize them. So we're looking into 4 different stories today. Somebody that doesn't want to, they're trying to maintain their peace. There's a Mr. or Mrs. Destructo trying to maintain peace. It's kind of giving me the feeling that they met the one. They met their match. And it's giving me the feeling of being put in their place. And now they're working on manifesting something different. Manifesting their life. Manifesting peace. Trying to stay grounded. And there is a divinely guided, divine masculine or feminine high priest, high priestess that is standing in their emperor essence, burning some bridges. Alright, so there's 4 different types of timelines here. If one fits, it fits. We're gonna go with the committed to make you look bad, closed-minded muggle. Trying to be a housewife, but a hoe at heart. Not learning a lesson. Trying to make you out to be, or playing a chosen one. The whole thing with being a chosen one, you can't choose to be a chosen one. Okay? That's not how it works. You don't choose to be a chosen one. Okay? The divine chooses you. And that's the situation at hand. It takes one to know one. So if there is one and they know you as one, they very well could identify you as one. That's really the only way that you really find out, is when other people notice that within you, because they notice that within themselves. Okay? So there's something about not calm. Somebody's not calm at all. They're not happy with what you're putting about. And I'm kind of getting family kind of energy. They're not calm with your particular delivering of whatever you're doing, whatever your situation is. Message of peace in the reverse, and that's from the spirit side. Yeah. All right. We got source here. There's definitely some sort of connection here within this timeline. And it's almost kind of tying into the ancestors or weeping card. And this is why I say that it's a really good thing to do, is heal, and to focus on the healing. Focus on what bubbles up to the surface. Because usually that's your subconscious letting you know that you're ready to deal with it and you're ready to look at it. Right, can we get one? We'll get two for each. Can I get two for the Caring Karen, Midas Touch, Paranoid Penguin? Yeah. I'm smiling to your face, laughing behind your back. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? Thank you. Alright, can I get one for the Mr. Destructo Reformed? Trying to maintain their peace, manifesting a different reality, staying grounded. I'm really kind of getting the feeling that this particular person doesn't want to take accountability for what they've done. It's got this kind of energy. I'm getting a female more or less than a male. But we'll find out. We'll see. Can I get two for this one? Can I get two? Thank you. Take it. Wow. This is a message from the other side. I'll get into it. Give me a minute. Alright, two for the first timeline. The divinely guided divine high priest, high priestess. Can I get two? I'll take it. Sure. Okay. Somebody from the other side is they did something stupid. And now they're paying for it. And they did it to themselves. And it's interesting that it's flowing through all four of these timelines. That there's Ancestors' message coming through. They've done something to you that can never be forgiven. It's not something that you can just be forgiven from. Now, this very well could be 4 different people within a family unit. It could be 4 friends, 4 enemies, situations, timelines in your life. One of these particular could be you. I pick up on a lot of karmic energies, so if there's a lot of karmic reforms that are looking to heal, I might trigger you out a little bit with my readings, but it will tune you in to what's important, I think, for the most part. Is there any overall vibe energy that I can have with this Voice of Souls, please? Can I get just, thank you. Mirror effect. Alright. We got education at the bottom of the deck, and we have disrespect on the top. So you very well could be dealing with some sort of disrespect, people not seeing you in your true light. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting off of this. People want to misunderstand you on purpose. They're creating their own synopsis as to who the hell you are. And they're trying to... Can you dumbasses just stop trying to hack my emails? It's not going to work. It's all encrypted. It's not going to work. Not going to work. Just stop. If you have something to say to me, or if you have something to, whatever else, reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram. And if I have you blocked, tough nookie. Anyway. Let's get the vibe. What's the vibe? Interesting. Ha! I love these vibe cards. They bring a whole new perspective to the readings, that's for sure. No kidding. I'm leaving it up to a little mystery here, okay? Give it a minute. Of course not. I'll get into it. It'll all make sense in the end. Wow. Okay, overall? Yeah. So all these particular timelines, overall, they're kind of thinking of it as a game. And I think that's one of our biggest problems for humanity, is thinking that this is just a game, that we can just do whatever the hell we want. Yeah. People are refraining from sharing their real feelings, their broken dreams, their unspoken desires. To a lot of the degree, people are sabotaging it. So that's why people are starting to just stay silent and not say anything to anyone. Let's get an archetypes for each one too as well. And then I'll clarify with some tarot. I'm going to go through each one. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Check out one of my other videos, or just keep scrolling. Either one. If you want more information, check out my channel, check out my description, check out my About Me section, check out my links. I got some merch. And I am opening up one-on-ones later on, after this video ends. And this is only happening particularly for this, but it'll be over on my Hipsy, so check out my Hipsy after this, and you'll see that the one-on-ones are open. I'll be going at 50 cents a minute, so if you want to come and ask get a personal reading, get a personal message, you're more than welcome to tie in there and hang out with me there. It's a sale today. It will be $1 a minute to start. However, I'm taking 50 cents off as a sale. This will be the first official opening of that service over on Hipsy. It is an exclusive offer. Not a lot of people get to do this. It is a beta program, so I have taken on the ability to help them with some sort of feedback, and I would like your feedback. So, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Alright, and as the cards just blow out all over the table, I'll look at them. Somebody's failing to see themselves for who they are, and it's something better than what they think they are. Like, somebody's being extremely hard on themselves. Extremely. And they're safe in their little box, but it's not the same. It's really not the same as empowering yourself. They're kind of on the fence as to who they are. They're in the process of vacating their vessel, in essence, of I think to some degree they're getting to know what they want and what they don't. They're on this healing journey, but they're just not in a situation where they can wrap around the idea of processing and like standing in that healing kind of energy. They're having a hard time wrapping their head around it. This is someone surrounded by family. They have a fascination with the in-between. This very well could be a message from the ancestors about the particular person that is passed on coming through the cards today. Someone doesn't feel safe. They lost their whole foundation due to their mask and the dimming of their light. The last 3 or 4 cards, I got the calming of the storm. Like, the message is, you're the one to calm the storm. That's the message I got. Really? The dead end. We have the comic, the creator, the judge, the shaman, the destroyer. The destroyer is the renewer, because the destroyer is in the reverse. So I would think that would be to renew and rebirth. It's time to get out of your shadow. Be the creator that you're meant to be. Make the judgment call. Just be funny about it. Interesting. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in Sheila, Kate, Patricia, Jen. Thank you, Kate, for all the hard work. All right. So, we're going to get into it. I'm going to grab a tarot deck now, and we're going to clarify it. Clarify with dragons? Sure. Because the dragons don't mess around. And I'll clarify with Lisa Parker if I need another one. Alright, so we're going to start off with this hoe trying to be a housewife, so to speak. Somebody's salty, bitter, angry, petty. Very well could be something to do with family. And we're talking source related, because you're connected to source. And they're not, it's like they're not calm about you stepping into some sort of power. And they're trying to make you out to be a fraud. Like they got some outright hate on you. Now this could be your family, it could be a family of people. But this is usually inner circle or blood ties, blood related. They're less than calm at this point. And they're committed to making you look bad. Close-minded muggles. Interesting. What's the scoop? 6 of Swords. I get this feeling you've walked away from them, you've disconnected. And they're trying to get to the point where you're not walking away from this. You're not walking away from them. Knight of Swords. Deception. Sneaky bullshit. Lies. 2 of Swords. There's no truths here. There's no... It's all deception. It's hate. It's... illusion. It's... fabricated bullshit. It's something that you don't see coming. Or they can't see. They can't wrap their head around. And they're trying to turn your world upside down. There's a King of Coins, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or you very well could be standing in this King of Coins energy, protecting your wealth, protecting your prosperity, trying to protect your stability and your peace of mind. And Source is guiding you in this. Right? And they're not calm about it. They've always ridiculed about it. Made you out to be something that you're not. Trying to put a stop to it. When they have nothing, they have no idea what they're even speaking on. They should just shut the fuck up and sit down. Nine of Cups. This is their wish fulfillment. To end it. Nine of Swords. They want you all up in your head. They want you contemplating and thinking, is this the right thing? They're trying to gaslight you into chaos. To say that this isn't some sort of divine aspect, leave it alone. When they don't even know what's actually happening. Seven of Cups. They're just coming in to get you all overwhelmed. Or there very well could be that you have a lot of different emotional offers. You've got people that are actually caring for you, that actually care and love you, and you know, they're not liking it. They're trying to bring chaos to that. Very well could be. Many different perspectives. But they're definitely not calm about it. They're very restless. They're unsure. All because you're nurturing your heart. You're nurturing who you are. And I guess they should have treated you better if they didn't want all this shit to happen. Anything else? Yeah, you're a starseed. You don't even belong part of this family, and they're trying to hold on to you. The body that you came in on means nothing compared to your impact that you're going to make on the earth. You very well could be a starseed, and you need to have hope. They want to try to keep you in this 3D reality, saying that you're not worth it, you're not worthy, you're not in this energy to be able to. And it's not about what they have anything to say about. It's about what Source says. They need to sit the fuck down. This is the divinely led situation. Were they there? And I can relate to this. I can relate to this. I've cut my family off. Most of them. If they don't want to show up right, I don't want to see them. I want nothing to do with them. And if they don't know why, then maybe they should question their actions towards me. And their intention towards me. And sit with it for a little while. Yeah, 10 of Wands. I can't make it up. Ace of Cups. You're finally loving you for you, collective. Whoever's resonating with this one. You're finally loving you for you. You're filling your own fucking cup, not relying on a bunch of posers to do it for you. You're finally creating boundaries and respect for yourself. knowing that this is divinely guided. Regardless how uncalm and how full of anxiety they might be, maybe they should have treated you better. Maybe they should have been honest. About their own wounds. Yeah. You're looking for your independence. And Source says that is what you shall receive. This is why they're salty, because you're making more impact in the world than they could ever even imagine to try to make. This is why they're salty. For me, I was the first one out of my immediate family to graduate high school. I think that's pretty substantial. And I skipped grade 8. So hate me all you want. Let's look into this here. Somebody's feeling trapped. Toxic and karmic. Well, no surprise there. Drama, arguments, incompatible, third parties, haters, lessons learned. You knew what you were getting yourself into, right? You're walking away. You walked away from this. Because you know you weren't going to be, you were going to be tied down. You were going to be utilized in such a way. And you walked away from this. Because it was toxic. Because you knew it was karmic energy. And you wanted no part of it. And this wasn't who you were vibing with. This is not where you wanted to be sitting. This is not where you wanted to be going forward into. As far as your understanding in your next season, in your next timeline. So you've made that decision to walk away from that because you knew that they were smiling in your face, laughing behind your back. Alright? And that got you paranoid. Walking on eggshells. Wondering what the fuck. The reason why you were there is they were utilizing you in such a way. You've got a Midas touch. Anything that you put your mind to, anything that you put your intention to, you come up with something good. It comes up with something beautiful. And I'm really getting you're not a half-assed kind of person. Okay, so there's an energy here trying to take advantage of you because of that. Because you've got the Midas touch. So there's someone taking advantage of that. Okay? Also, they're kind of making you out to be a caring Karen. Yeah, they're trying to destroy what you're building. They're trying to destroy and discredit your abilities and your talents. And get you to overthink as to where you want to go next and how you want to get there. Page of Swords in the reverse. We're talking about deception. They're playing a game of telephone and they're talking smack. trying to diminish you, trying to take away your self-confidence, trying to keep you from moving on and being strong. They're whittling you away. That's what they're trying to do. It's like it's like they're trying to humble you when you're not even trying. Like, you're not even trying. You're just chilling, rolling with the flow. And they're jealous and envious of you and what you can accomplish and how you accomplish it. It's a very envious, yeah, they're manipulating you. We got the Magician in the reverse. They're taking advantage of you. Three of Wands. They don't know whether or not to support you or whether or not to make you miss out. But there's some sort of intention coming forward that they're on the fence about. The Chariot. It's to kind of keep you in limbo. To keep you on the fence. And to take away your hope. Five of Wands, to bring you conflict. Two of Cups. What about the fucking Two of Cups? That's sticking out like a sore thumb. Four of Cups. This is about you living up to your own self-worth. This is about you knowing what you're worth and knowing that you deserve better than all this bullshit. And you walking away from this. I don't blame you. Because, like, it's kind of giving this feeling like they were supporting you. And they're still supposedly supporting you. But all they're doing is talking smack. Behind your back. Like, they see your potential, and I think they're envious and jealous of your potential. And they can't hack it. They can't even come to terms of even replicating what you're doing. So they're trying to get you all paranoid, I would think. Or they're maybe making you paranoid now because of the way that everything is turning out. Or maybe they're paranoid that you're going to find out. That they're smiling to your face and laughing behind your back. Anything else? Yeah, Two of Wands. It's like almost like somebody wants to move forward with you with a new way, or this very well could be you're coming to a crossroads where you're going to be able to make a decision to go somewhere else, move in a different direction, or stay where you are and just kind of laugh with them. Knight of Cups. It shows you allowing the compassion within yourself to guide you in this, is what it is. Go towards the compassion. But this is non-reciprocal. You got to be very careful and discerning as to what compassion that you're receiving, because it very well could be to manipulate you and steal your energy. So this is what might be making you paranoid, because somebody's trying to come in and manipulate your energy. Take it for their own. But you have anything and all that you need within you to stand on business. You need to invoke your inner warrior. Get some confidence. It's about not playing small anymore. And that's the only way that you're going to move forward with the Ace of Wands. But what certain people don't understand is that when you come on here, let's say, just using me as an example, When you come on here and you're doing this and you're picking up on certain energy and you're picking up on the same ass energy, and it doesn't necessarily mean the people that are liking the video. It's just people stopping in and tuning in, and then some of them, they're just tuning in to chill and listen into the message and to see if it's their message. And then you've got other people that are like literally wreaking havoc and sending in some sort of sabotage to the video, negative energy, right? So you end up if you are an energy reader, you end up picking up on that. What's the situation here? Tell me more. Yeah, Six of Cups. This is about you moving forward. This is about you choosing you. This is about you realizing that you are worth more than what they're laughing at you for. You have the talents to prove it. And they're envious and jealous of that. So you need to stand in your power instead of allowing these people to try to whittle you down and whittle you away and to diminish you for who they have no fucking clue of who you are at this point. And I'm also kind of getting, if they don't know you by now, you're never gonna know me ever again. And that's kind of coming to mind. And the dragon princess, priestess, has been kind of picking up on that energy too, which I'm feeling it. So if people are honestly smiling to your face and laughing behind your back, misunderstanding you on purpose, all because you're talented, all because you have something to offer the world, let them show up that way. In full color. Let them show up that way. Because they are the ones that will predominantly let you know that you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right job. You're on the right track. Okay? Because if you got haters, chances are, yeah, you just need to nurture your truth. Nurture the truth that is you. And don't be worried about anybody else's opinion, because it really doesn't matter whether they like you or not. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the connection that you have to source within yourself. And to be able to drop the paranoia of the situation. Right? They're trying to create a situation where you're not free to roam and to be and to do. It's like they want to put a bridle on you and hold you back when they have no business even being in your energy. Okay? We're talking about toxic karmics that think that they have a thing to say when they literally have no idea what the divine energy feels like. Right? They have no idea what it's like to be at the brink of death, to have a near-death experience. They don't know what it's like. They really don't. Because if they did, they wouldn't be sitting in that karmic energy. Now would they? They would have had their awakening. Now wouldn't they? Put your hearts in the chat. A surprise little message from the dragons. If you want a little message from the dragons, put your heart in the chat. Put your heart in the chat. It's only going to be going on for 1 minute. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Michael, you're healing some sort of betrayal. And it's kind of very difficult to be going through right now. You're feeling kind of defeated. But you're needing to collaborate with something because you might be feeling a little left out. There's going to be some sort of pathway revealed to you. Things are going to pick up and things are going to heal very quickly. Okay, you've got a lot of joy and happiness coming to you very quickly. Alright? Things are about to change for you. Hold on, process, and let go. Surrender to the divine, knowing that things are going to turn out. and better than expected. Right back at you. You got to watch out for the self-sabotage, though, right? Allow the angels to guide you in this and stand in your power. All right? Nurture your intention. Nurture your purpose. Nurture where you see yourself going. Nurture that rather than be dealing with all of the bullshit, right? Somebody wants you unguarded. Somebody wants you out of character. Somebody's trying to get you to be in some sort of reactive abuse, out of control. Don't fall for it. Don't take the bait. Move forward with compassion. All right? You're winning. You feel defeated. It's an illusion. You're winning. All right? All you need to do is reconcile with some sort of energies and move through this with compassion. Simple stuff. Be in your authentic energy. Yeah. And nurture your truth. All right. Back into the messages. So, we've got Mr. and Mrs. Destructo reformed. They want to manifest something beautiful. Maintain your peace. Keep moving forward. Somebody wants some sort of boundaries dropped so they can come in. They haven't learned their lesson yet. Okay? And this is what you can't forgive. Alright? They haven't learned their lesson yet. As to why the hell were they doing it in the first place? Did they really break down the reason why? Was it all based on fibs? Was it all based on lies? Was it all based on deception? To step into this destructive energy? Now they're regretting it? Because you're a master manifester, and you know how to manifest your best life, and this bitch or bastard decides to come in and try to destroy that instead of just focusing on their own manifestation. They would sooner ruin your manifestation than just manifest their own. Like, get it together. Remove head from ass and get it together. Why? They wanted to react. They wanted you to react. Thank you, Michael. Right back at ya. Welcome to the tribe. Thank you for being a tribe member. Even though you don't have a membership. You're part of the family. Maintain your peace. Keep moving forward. Okay? Keep moving forward. We got the 10 of cups. Or no. Why do I keep saying that? 10 of coins on the bottom of the deck. Something of a past nostalgia. I'm going to shuffle these up. What's the situation, dragons? What's going on? Something that is unforgivable. Interesting. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't. Like, this is a very karmic energy that's having to learn a lesson. And they somehow want you to drop boundaries, but they still haven't had any type of self-reflection. They don't have any answers to the questions that you have. You know, and they're not tapped in like you are. So they figure by using your energy and your uh, your intentions, it would be more or less easier to destroy you than to work with you, because they're karmic. They're very karmic in nature. They're very disrespectful, and you put your boundaries down. You're defending yourself because you have done the self reflection, you have answered a lot of your own questions, and you have tapped into your unknown talents that you haven't really focused on. Tell me more. Yeah, you're focusing on balancing out your masculine and feminine within you. You're learning how to love yourself. Putting yourself in alignment to finding some sort of a soulmate. Ten of Coins, you're manifesting a legacy. You're manifesting a new beginning. An Ace of Cups. Yeehaw, dragons. Eight of Swords in the reverse. You're no longer in your head. You know exactly what's going on. Yeah, Eight of Cups. Somebody doesn't want you to walk away, though. That's the whole thing. You're manifesting all this brand new, and you're doing it for yourself. Right? You're doing it for yourself. And they're trying to destroy you. Like, Mr. and Mr. Supervillain and Mr. Destructo, all they've done is built their life on chaos. Like, they're in the series of the Beautiful Nightmare series. Okay? Maureen, welcome in, my dear. Thank you so much for joining us, and Dorothy as well. So, like, this Destructo trying to make things right is kind of asinine in itself. Because they weren't ever focused on making things right, they were just half-assing everything. They weren't really putting any real good thought into what they were doing. They were just going on a destructive autopilot, wreaking havoc not only in their own lives, but in everybody else's life around them, creating chaos. And they look over here and you're manifesting your best life, and they're getting jealous. You know, because you walked away from this. And they can't seem to walk away from this. They can't, you live literally rent-free in their heads. And it's kind of giving me the feeling that they're trying to emulate you. And this is why Spirit's saying, maintain your peace and keep moving forward. They're eventually going to get exhausted and fall at the wayside like they wanted for you. But them misunderstanding you on purpose, not realizing who the fuck you are and what you stand for, totally totally underrated you. So, you're moving towards something absolutely beautiful. But they're literally making it virtually impossible. And somehow they want to reform themselves? They should just leave well enough alone. And stay the fuck out of it, but they can't. Why? Because they miss you. Yeah. King of Coins in reverse. There's some sort of a deception and a betrayal, a third-party bullshit that they pulled. They very well could have been together at another time, but they basically manipulate people. They destroy people. I'm really kind of picking up on a Taurus kind of energy. And now somehow they want to heal the pain and the suffering that they've caused. And maybe this is the whole reform. They actually want to make it right. But what they were implying to try. Meanwhile, here you are, you're trying to create a legacy. You're trying to create a new beginning. And it's being destroyed and betrayed by this king of coins in the reverse. I'm really picking up on a Taurus individual. And it's all because they can't walk away from this. Probably because they're receiving karma. And they're finding out that they did this to a starseed. And you're standing on truth as to what happened. And the one thing that they wanted to do and rip you apart, now they're being ripped apart. Because all they did is they tried to destroy everything you were trying to create. And they had no business even going anywhere near it. And now they can't walk away. You're walking away. And they can't let go of this. So they're literally in anguish. For being sneaky. For stealing. For manipulating. For creating chaos. For an empress. For somebody that was building something. Not only for themselves. But for her empire. Like this person, this empress, she's selfless. She's not only doing for herself, she's doing it for the collective. So in thus coming up against an empress energy, they're actually hurting themselves. And they're trying to bring conflict to your glow up. To your ascension. To the point where you're having to fight at all costs. And they totally misjudged you. And now they want to put this to rest. Because they see you standing in your power. Because the Wheel of Fortune is not working in their favor, and quite frankly, they're going to get hung up on this. It's unfortunate. They're going to be exposed for doing what they've done. And they know they should have done better, ultimately. Yeah. They didn't want to commit to this because they felt that they could have done better. They didn't feel that you were adequate enough. And then they started watching you live and step into your own. And collective, you're doing better than they are. It's evident to see, because the people around them are now laughing at them. For all of what they put into the destruction, to see how you rise, despite it all, is an embarrassment to the whole purpose as to why they tried to destroy you in the first place. Make it make sense. Alright. So the ancestors are pissed. And the collective, they're not pissed off at you. In fact, they miss you, they love you, they honor you. Because you honor them. You live in honor of them. It seems to be that there are certain passing of people that you have not gained wind of yet. Certain passings of people have been kept from you. Certain people have passed on that may have been close to you, that it has not been divulged to you that they have passed. And it's mainly because they are trying to deceive you. So much so that they have cost the life of a couple other people in order to deceive you. Because certain people get wind of it and then they have to take care of them too. Kind of energy. So if you find that there are people dipping out and falling off the face of the planet and you don't hear from them again, it's because of that. They find out the truth of what's been happening behind your back, and they get taken care of and they get dealt with. All of this is coming to light. And at this very time, you're needing to stay grounded and choose peace at all costs. Because certain information that's coming out is meant to shake you. It is meant to rip you apart. It is meant to destroy you. It is meant to make you crumble. Because the people behind this endeavor are sadistic, are very manipulative, are very toxic individuals. And no, this is not something that is forgivable. The reason why this message is coming out and I'm channeling a message is the ancestors are furious. And at this time, the ancestors are not only weeping, but the warriors before you are at the helm. And I'm getting a picture of old war vets that know of the deception, knowing of the lives that were lost in vain due to that deception, due to the programming. They're furious. And they're at the helm and they are haunting these particular people in their dreams. To the point where some of them can no longer sleep. They nap. And as soon as they feel themselves drifting into dreamscape, dream REM sleep, they startle themselves awake. So they're not even getting an actual full night's sleep rest. And it's due to the fact that they know that if they go into dreamscape, that they're going to be haunted again by the ancestors. And some of them are at the end of life. Some of them have actually gotten diagnoses to certain things and they have a time limit. And they're not speaking to the public about it either. So now they're doing all they can to bring about your demise. Now this particular message is not for everyone. It's for a very select few. If at all anyone. But I'm just picking up on that energy. There's no forgiveness in what they've done. And certain people that have passed on, they will not be free. They will not be moving on. They will be moved to purgatory. They will no longer be within the realm of source energy because of what they chose within this life. They've literally went way off track to their purpose. They've totally forgotten, and they've totally made their essence null and void and incapable of that current contract that they have. So they've literally voided their earth contract, and now they're in the path of destruction. And I think the reason why I'm bringing this energy up is that you need to recognize this type of energy in certain people. Certain people on autopilot. Certain people that would be more surface level conversation rather than going deep into a deeper conversation. They're very surface level. They talk about people. They talk about situations. They're more into the news and into the propaganda and into the 3D reality rather than even wrapping their head around going into some sort of a spiritual realm. They're very closed-minded, very muggle kind of energy. We have the possibility to move into a new era of people where there will be no more war. We will actually have peace across the world. Where we'll actually be safe to live our life in peace. Finally putting the military complex and ideology to rest. But it has to be a collective consensus. What's going on? What's going on with this reading? Yeah. You have the ability to shine your light in a way that is eye-opening. It's soul awakening. You get people out of their heads and into their hearts. You get them reflecting on how they can show up in the world. And what they can show up with. You inspire them to fight for what they deserve. You're inspiring them to speak up. Take stock of all the pain and the suffering that you've been through and use it to transmute that into some sort of lesson in order to propel yourself forward. In order to be able to walk away from that what no longer serves you. And away from the manipulation. About going within and reflecting. Balancing out your stability, your mind, and your stability with your finances and your abundance. Solidifying those connections, standing up for what you believe in, and exposing the pain and the sorrow and the manipulation. Yeah. Putting to rest the emotional manipulation. Instilling fear in the collective. Bringing justice to humanity. Showing them how to continue to move forward. ending out old cycles, knowing that there's more possibilities available. Letting go of third-party triangulations, situations that don't vibe with you, make you overthink, finding your inner strength, invoking your inner warrior, guarding your financial and your abundance and your stability. Keep going, collective. Stay grounded and choose your peace. The ancestors are extremely proud of you. They are in your corner, collective. Pay no mind to anybody else's opinion. Allow the divine to guide you. You're burning bridges, collective. You're burning bridges. You're allowing the fire within you to burn, to inspire. You're allowing your inner intuition to guide you into being a leader. Sometimes that represents transformation, a dying of the old and a rebirth of a new, like a phoenix out of the flames. You might have been feeling in isolation lately. You might have been feeling stressed out. You might be having headaches. You might be a little bit worried at the status quo. However, this is bringing you back to reflect within yourself. And this is also bringing you back to your childhood. It's bringing you back into the memories of yesterday. To reflect and to allow the old pain and the trauma to burn away and transform into brilliance, into warrior aspect of yourself, into your war cry. People wonder why you're so defensive compared to what you've had to deal with all of your life and all of your existence and what you've had to transmute. It makes total sense. You have every right to create a certain boundary. You have every right. Especially if it relieves stress and worry. To bring healing and empowerment to your heart and your mind and your soul. To transmute that pain and understanding into something beautiful and empowering. It's okay to isolate yourself. Just as long as you make sure that you know that you're not rejected. That you're not alone. Even if this is self-inflicted isolation. Even if you might not feel safe out in the world. You might be stressed. The world might be giving you a migraine. But it's about reestablishing a new relationship with your inner child. Showing up for that little guy or that little one within you. Allowing the little one to come out to play every once in a while. So we have the message of love in the reverse on the spiritual side. And I'm kind of getting a feeling that there's somebody on the other side that doesn't like the fact that you released your pain. Somebody didn't like the fact that you healed, that you transmuted it. It's almost as if someone did something and they took themselves out. But it's almost like they did it behind your back. It's weird. They threw a rock and hid their hand to create a situation of pain for your childhood. And the fact that you've healed that situation, they're besides themselves. They're literally loathing you beyond the grave. Because what they've done to you didn't make the impact that they wanted it to. And still beyond the grave, they're still stewing. And I'm kind of getting a feeling like there's somebody in purgatory. There's a couple different energies in purgatory right now. They're in the in-between. They're having no other choice but to wander and reflect. But they don't want to reflect, so they'll wander. They'll continue to wander until they reflect. It's part of the debrief when you pass through the physical to the spiritual. It's part of the process. In essence, they wanted you isolated. In essence, they wanted you all filled with tension and stress. But because you healed your inner child, they hate that about you. Because it allowed you to stand in your true ability. It allowed you to stand in your true leader form. To find out that you were not the cause of this, to find out that I don't know, they brought this position of of um, of energy, and they bombarded you with this energy, a very karmic, very sadistic energy, to make you feel rejected, to make you feel left alone, to make you feel isolated. And they made it in a way that it would be self-inflicted, so they would have all of their hands clean of it. And they would basically make you self-sabotage. All because of your inner light. All because of how you've seen yourself. And again, I'm getting this humbling energy. They wanted to humble you. As if they had some sort of notion to do so. Like they had some sort of um, a right or authority to do so. When they had no authority to do anything. And I'm going to bring it back to this whole idea of chosen. You don't choose to be chosen. The divine chooses you. The divine chooses you at the very, very, very young age. And the divine will present itself within your consciousness and step you in through this initiation. I know because I speak from personal experience. You know you're chosen, but it's done in a way that is very nonchalant. It's something that's done in the consciousness of who you are. It's almost like the think of it like a Walmart store. You've got your main floor where you display all your items, and then you have your back room, right? You have the back room for all the shipments coming in. You unwrap it, you get it ready for the floor, and you put it out on your skid, whatever, and away you go. It's pretty well the situation. So you have the life that you show people, and then you have your back room, which is your head. It's what you think about. It's the things that you think about that you never speak about. It's the thoughts. It's the understandings. It's the lessons. It's what is stored within your consciousness. Ever since I was young, I knew there was something about me that was different. As much as I looked the same, as much as I was part of the same conglomerate of people, of humanity, there was something different about me. I couldn't even place it. Then I started having dreams. And those dreams started to come to pass. I was dreaming it, and I was waking up, and I was then watching it on the TV. Then I would be trying to wake up in the morning, and I would be still dead tired, and it's because I was dreaming the night before. Not realizing that at some point within those dreamscapes, I was actually astral projecting. But it was being shown to me as a dream. To go through different situations, to be able to travel the earth without even having a passport. Watching the war-stricken countries get blown to smithereens. Watching the tsunamis from a bird's eye view. The hurricanes. And not even realize I was doing it. Due to the certain things that I seen at such a young age, people wonder why I have such an old soul. So far, I can reflect on 4 different lifetimes I've had within my soul essence of myself. And then to be born into this body, into this time frame, in this era, and to be going through the struggle that I'm going through, you'd think I would know how to perform and to be and to, but I'm trying to be authentic in myself because I know there's a reason for it. I know there's a sole reason why I've been brought here in this time and ever, in effort to bring about some sort of enlightenment. I know this now. "41 years of life, I should know something." And without a refutable thought in my mind, in my heart, in my head, I know this to be true. To have attempts on my life to not only assassinate me as a person, but to assassinate my character, to assassinate my intention to move forward, trying to take myself out of an isolation that was self-inflicted in order to protect myself. trying to find a way to make an impact in the world, all the while running for my life. All because I sit in a divine masculine energy, that I'm divinely guided, guarded, and protected, and people want to play me. People want to test it. The particular reason why I say don't test it is because I've known people to meet their demise because they've tested it. They've come out to threaten my life, and they've met their demise. Without a flick of a finger. It was done by their own actions. This warning is not a threat to you. I'm genuinely concerned for your existence and for the betterment of your life. And I know I'm not the only one on the earth in this energy. There's many like me. And I'm not out here tooting my own horn. I'm very humble. I don't need to be humbled. With the pain and the suffering and the shit that I went through in my life, the last thing I need is humbled. What I do need is people to stop destroying my life, to stop defaming my character. I need the people to get the fuck out of my lane and stay the fuck in their own. I will continue to maintain my peace. Because I know I'm divinely guided, guarded, and protected. And if I'm triggering you, it's probably because you need to reflect on something. We are moving into the new earth. It's already here. And if you're still in a karmic bitter-ass energy, you're being left behind. Because the new paradigm, the 5D reality, it doesn't hold lower vibrations. It only holds higher node vibrations. So if you're not healed, if you're not processed, if you're not transmuted, all the pain and the suffering and the trauma in your past, you're being left behind. You will reside within the 3D reality until the end of your life. When you pass, you have the option to go back to source. You have the option to go to purgatory due to your actions, depending on what. And you have the option to repeat, but you will go to another planet. Because 5D is being integrated into Mother Earth, and 5D is, because of that integration, is bringing us to a higher vibration. So earlier when I was talking about all the war complex being disintegrated, this is what I'm talking about. There will be no frequency upon Earth matter and essence of Mother Earth. There will be no frequency low enough to reside within that military basis. Because our planet will then be protected in a divine aspect rather than just a physical. Because we have raised our frequency to that degree. in order to be in that divinely protected energy. The reason why Atlantis was brought to their demise is because it was brought in from an inside source. There was an inside source that was not healed, that did not belong there. And because it was in a 3D, 2D, 3D kind of energy back in that previous world, when Atlantis was vibrant, it brought you to a different perspective. It brought you to a different energetics. But it was still of a lower vibration. But due to evolution and due to the status quo and due to what ended up transpiring, it brought us to the demise of that time. So now this is the next chance in evolution to get it right. But not necessarily within Atlantis, because it is a place of the past, but upon the earth instead. So micro macro. It's bringing the idea to the table, testing it out, and then illuminating it into a bigger form. Kind of like the last 5 years, but in a negative. So by us moving into the 5D, the souls that are vibrating in the higher frequency of the higher chakras in the North Node, these chakras will be what resonates. If you cannot let go of the lower chakra energy, you will not continue into the 5D time frame. And this is where the world is splitting. After a certain generation, the most recent generations, they're mainly peaceful for the most part, unless they've been programmed with pain and suffering. There's a lot of starseeds coming back online again. There's a lot of earth angels coming back online again within the next births on our planet. But due to the pandemic, the births have diminished. To the possibility of depopulation levels. So there will be a blip within our evolution. There will be a blip within our existence because there's no babies being born. A lot of them are being miscarried, and a lot of it is not being put into the news. It's unfortunate. If you're wondering how I know all this information, is I work for the Crossroads. If you don't know that yet, you do now. Well, how do you do that, Aiden? It's a 24-hour job. It's not. It's not for the lighthearted. I'll just tell you that much. You never get sleep. Very rarely do you get sleep. Because anytime you're in your physical reality, you're having to deal with your physical reality. And then you go to sleep, and you're astral. So you don't get rest. And how you know you're astral is you wake up the next morning and you're dead tired. You just want to keep sleeping. It's because you were astral the whole night before. You're brought back to reality in your waking hours, and you've been veiled. There's a veil, so you don't understand where you went astral. Unless you go into your subconscious and you dig deeper. But most people stay in the surface level energy, so you don't dig deeper. They make it virtually impossible for you to remember. Somebody wants you reacting. Somebody wants you sad. Somebody doesn't want you being seen making good judgment calls. They're trying to manipulate you. A Four of Cups in the reverse. You know you deserve better than this. But yeah, they want to bring it unbalanced to your finances. They want to bring in a whole lot of emotional disillusions. They want you misjudging things. They don't want you ending out cycles. They want it's just absolute chaos. They want you acting out of character. They want you snapping. And this is why they're doing what they're doing. Because they don't believe that you're divinely guided, guarded, and protected. And they don't believe that you're a high priest or high priestess, and they don't believe that you're divine. And it's all because you burnt bridges. You don't want them in your energy anymore, so that way they can't manipulate you. Because you know you deserve better than what they're giving. As any type of offering, as a friendship or family connection, kinship, whatever the case may be. You know you deserve better than what you're receiving. And in order to stop playing small, you got to get away from this karmic energy. In order to step into your power and stand in your leader position, you need to stand in your power. You can't be doing that around people that are trying to belittle you. It's asinine to even try to wrap your head around. Anyway, collective, that's the who's who. I'm going to take a minute to myself, and then the one-on-ones are going to be available at 50 cents. So if you're watching this on another day, I'm sorry, they might not be available. Check out my Hipsy link. There very well could be a possibility I'm live. You can reach out to me through the comment section on this live if you're looking for a one-on-one session. Then I will let you know when I'm going live for one-on-one sessions. But this is through Hipsy. So it's also available. So I'm going to take a little break here, and then I'm going to jump on there. I'm going to become available. So be checking out my links for Hipsy and see when I'm getting online. That's interesting news. I would call the city and get it investigated. And I know it just doesn't seem, it seems odd, but I wouldn't touch the bird. I would get it tested to see what the situation is. It's not necessarily a good omen there, Bog. Come on, Soot, get it together, my dear. You can do it. Stay true to yourself. That's all that matters. No pressure. Aw, thank you, Bog. Thank you, Kate. Be good to yourself, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for the donations. Who donated to me before? I forget who it was. Michael. Yes. Thank you, Michael. I just want to make sure that he was the only one. Maureen, thank you so much for hanging out. Angel Rebel. You're all awesome people. Thank you so much for being part of my tribe. I love you. Lucius, I think. Ulysses? I hope I didn't butcher it. Right back at you, Dorothy. Big hugs to all of my tribe. So it's 50 cents. It's a sale. I'll be back on here. So if you want a personal message, hit up the Hipsy link in my links. And I should be available within the next half hour. Okay? So, yeah. 50 cents a minute. Come get a personal reading. Have your questions ready. Because it'll be fast and be quick. Okay? So, thank you so much. I love you. And catch you in the next video.